would you guys do me a favor? Would you put your hands together? Would you please give a warm welcome to my good friend, the COO of Flick Fusion, Mr. Timmy James.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you.
Try your best.
Thank you. I'm still trying to decide if I... Woo. All right, we're going to sing instead. Still trying to decide if I need this microphone or not. Can y'all hear me okay? I generally project. Use the mic? Okay. I'm not real good at using microphones, so bear with me. You're going to get a lot of this because I use my hands a lot when I talk. So I'm going to start. I want to ask you a question, and I don't want you to answer out loud. I want everybody to just keep this inside. I want you to think about your answer. Don't blurt it out. What is it that you are most passionate about? I know you have a lot of passions, right? A lot of things that drive you. But what is it that you're most passionate about? When Matt called me, I don't know, a month ago or so now, said, hey, TJ, you want to do a session at the Rockstar Conference? I'm like, yeah, absolutely, man. What would you like for me to talk about? He says, dude, just talk about whatever you're most passionate about. And I thought, okay, I can do that. I'm passionate about a lot of different things as well. I'm passionate about the Dallas Cowboys. They kick off, by the way, here in about 25 minutes or so. So, well, I figured that I probably better not talk about the Cowboys because of the reaction that I'm getting. I didn't know if I'd make it out of here alive or not. So I thought, okay, I'm not going to talk about the Cowboys. Plus, it's not what I'm most passionate about. I'm passionate about my kids, my boys. And I brought one of them. This is Bryce. Everybody say hi to Bryce. It's a good-looking boy right there, ain't it? And I thought, first of all, as passionate as I am about my kids, if I started talking about my kids, we're going to be here for hours. That's not something I can do in just 25, 30 minutes. So not going to do that. Plus, it's not what I'm most passionate about. I'm a passionate Christian. Those of you who know me know my Christian values, and I love talking about them. And though it is Sunday, and we are in Las Vegas, where a lot of us probably need a good sermon, again, I didn't figure this was probably the best venue for us to for me to get up here and preach. So that's first and second. Again, it's not what I'm most passionate about. What I'm most passionate about is my commitment to becoming the best me that I can be in every aspect of my life. You see, you can be really good at one thing and really committed, really passionate about one thing. But if you're not equally committed and equally passionate and putting as much time and effort into the other things, the other roles that you have in this world, you're going to be unhappy in one of those other roles. There's going to cause conflict in one of those other roles. As big or small as they may be, they're going to impact your other roles. We hear all the time people say, well, you have to learn to keep home and work separate, right? You got to keep them separate. Listen, that's a crock. You can't keep home and work separate because each one has such a dramatic impact on you, on who you are, on your attitude, on your drive, on your focus, that you have to be equally committed to each of them. As we heard Frank and Terry talking about earlier, we play a role in a lot of other people's lives just throughout our day, right? Little things like the Uber driver on the way down here. I play a role in that person's life. Am I in the moment with that person? Am I trying to be the type of person that's going to make that person feel good? In every aspect of our lives, we have to find a balance, and we have to be proud about the fact that we're working hard to be the best we can be across all of those variables, all of those touch points. Now, I didn't say I am the best I can be, right? I said my passion, my commitment to becoming the best me I can be. Because as Terry told us earlier, we not only have permission, we have permission to be imperfect, right? And I'm imperfect. I got a long way to go. I've come a long way. People that know me from my childhood, people that know me from my youth, people that know me through my teens and my early 20s and my early 30s, a lot of them look at me now and they're like, holy cow, who's that guy? Because I'm proud of the growth that I've been able to achieve. But I'm not done. I've got a long way to go. I'm imperfect. And I know that. And I know that if I can stay happy and stay proud and focused on making the right choices and the right decisions, creating the right habits, that I'll continue to grow. And that makes me very proud. So what about you? Are you done? Is this the best version of you that the world's going to get? That all the people in your life are going to get? All the various roles that you play? Or are you also going to continue to grow and get better? Be passionate about becoming whatever you want to be. Frank gave us permission, right? In each of the various roles that we want to achieve in our life, we have permission. But here's the key. Before we can achieve it, we have to see it. Your mind has to arrive before you. Does that make sense? Your mind has to see it. Your mind has to determine who is it that you want to be. And then your mind has to find your path so that your body can be there. And it starts by looking in the mirror. Now, I handed out mirrors to everybody, and I want you to grab those. Everybody get that mirror. If you don't have one, if you lost yours, Bryce has more over here for you. I'm putting him to work. Raise your hand, he'll bring you one. But I want everyone to participate. Grab your mirror, everybody. And I want you to look in the mirror. Now, I know we all look in the mirror right now every day anyway, right? Some of us need to look in it longer. I know. Some of us maybe look in it 2 or 3 times a day. But the reason we mainly look in the mirror right now is to make ourselves look pretty on the outside, right? I want you to look in your mirror that I handed you, and I want you to see yourself on the inside. I want you to look into your eyes. Right now, everybody look in your mirror. Look into your eyes. Look past your eyes and look into your heart. Let's go. Think about all the different roles you play in life. All the people that depend on you to be the best you can be. All the things you want to achieve in this life. And now I want you to think about how you're going to get there. What are the changes you need to make? What are the things you need to do in order for you to get there? Okay, we can put the mirrors down. Because to get there, now comes the hard part. You see, seeing it, having that desire, wanting to achieve it, that's the easy part. The hard part is making the hard choices, making the commitment, developing the habits, the consistency. Because the reality is, the person that you are destined to become, this is set. The person you're destined to become right now today is the person you're committed to becoming. And we go through life and we encounter decisions and we don't look at it from the big picture. We just make simple choices based on what makes us feel good at that moment. what makes us happy at that moment. And we don't look in the mirror. We don't think about what would the best version of me do right now? What would the best version of me say to this person? What would the best version of me do in this moment that's going to make this person feel better? Right? We have to make that commitment, and we have to understand that along the way, it's not going to be easy. As I'm sure Terry found, Frank, in his growth, each of you who's gone through a lot of personal growth in your life, you understand, you've been there. Haters are going to hate. There are people in your life right now that do not want to see you grow because they're not going to grow. They're done. They're happy. This is the best version of them we're going to see. And as you start to grow, as you start to make new choices, as you start to read more, as you start to make commitments to other people in your life, they're going to want to try to pull you back. They say opposites attract, right? So the higher you climb, the harder they're going to work to pull you back down. But here's the crazy part. Sometimes the person that's trying to pull you back down the hardest is you. Sometimes that other version of you is the one who's working the hardest to try to hold you back. You've all been there. We've all been in the situation where we know what the right thing to do is. But that old version, he's hiding in those bushes. And he jumps out and he grabs us, and next thing you know, we're making the wrong decision again. But it's okay. We're not perfect. That's part of the equation. Understanding that it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to be imperfect. And it's okay to forgive yourself. But then once you've done that, now it's time to recommit. Now it's time to say, okay, I made a bad choice then, but starting right now, I'm going to make the right choices. Is everybody following me? So that's my message. I'm going to leave you with one final thought before I wrap it up. Let's go Cowboys. Thank you very much.